TV joining us, founder, director at Vachana Investments. Rudra, just very quickly with regard to the market itself, we've had third straight day of gains, building on those gains. What's the outlook like? Generally, it's been a tough market. What kind of a day tomorrow? You'd reckon another day of gains to build on the kind of 3 days that we've had?
Good afternoon, Harsh, and thanks for having me in the show. See, we should not forget the positional trend, which is clearly on the downside. So we are clearly making those lower top, lower bottom formation. And yes, I do understand for last 3 days, there is a pullback. And according to me, this is just a dead cat bounce. Do not just be happy to say that there is a reversal of trend. That is yet to get confirmed unless we see a clear pattern of higher top and higher bottom, which is yet to happen. 2-3 more important data points I want to say. Look at the sectors which led towards the rally. It is IT which led the rally today. Whereas if you see the packs which earlier was very strong like metals, they were down. So it is the laggard sector which is pulling this market up in last 2-3 days. And for me, there is a clear resistance on Nifty, which is between 23,850 to 24,000. Don't forget the fall what we saw from 25,000 level has been so steep, and we saw levels closer to 23,000 on Nifty. And for me, this is just a pullback rally, and I will completely reverse my call and say that, okay, market has bottomed only once we decisively close above 24,000. So metals which were earlier very strong, it is weak in this rally today. IT which was very weak earlier, it is now picking up. So for me, these are clear signs that yes, you have to cut your leverage, reduce your long position, use this market rally whatsoever you have to lighten your trading positions. And for me, look at crude oil. Brent crude is above $100 per barrel, and even rupee dollar at the all-time high levels today. If I'm not wrong, it was at around 92.63. So for me, till Brent crude comes down and till rupee starts strengthening, I will use every rally to just exit long positions and leverage position. And this is a market to short on a rise if you are a good short-term trader who wants to sell with clear stop losses.
Okay, Rudra, thanks so much for taking us through that. So that's the strategy, and those are some of the levels that Rudra is closely watching out for. Rudra, before we come back to you about some stock-specific views, let me take it across to my colleague to you. If you could give us a chart check on names like Angel One, seen its own fair share of volatility in the recent past, and Honasa Consumer, very strong move after a very long time for Honasa Consumer. The last time we saw such a move was on the back of its Q3 earnings, but ever since then the stock has been very slow. Talk to us about how the charts are shaping up for both of these, Angel One as well as Honasa Consumer.
See, Snehi, for me, definitely yes. Angel One took a strong support at around 210, and we have seen a bounce from those levels. And yes, as a theme, capital market can definitely remain relatively strong. So for me, Angel One on dips to levels closer to 220, 225, you can definitely buy. Even at current market price, one can buy and on dips, accumulate it more. And you can see targets closer to 275 to come on Angel One. One can definitely have a stop loss at around 200 for this long call. But if you see Honasa Consumer, yes, that stock is in a clear downtrend. But however, it is just consolidating, and any pullback what you get, I will definitely use it as an opportunity to get out of Honasa. Even if you see today's move, definitely yes, from the intraday highs, it has corrected and closed below the mid-range. So for me, Honasa is a stock to get out on any rise, might be closer to around the 295-300 zone. One can definitely look at exiting Honasa.
You sound cautious with regard to the index itself, but talk to us about IT, because that sector was in a zone of its own, and you've got a 3% higher uptick on IT. Do things change materially, or is this a bounce that one should avoid?
Harsh, I'm very clear. It is only today's CLSA report which was positive on these IT stocks, where they clearly told the AI impact on the businesses of these IT companies may not be much. And because of that one reason, yes, IT gave some pullback today. But there are 2-3 more technical points which I want to tell you for intraday. See today's move. In fact, if you see CNX IT, the important support which CNX IT broke was around 37,300. And from there, a non-stop fall you saw till 28,300. So that was a 9,000 point fall on CNX IT, and it was a one-way fall, and it was a 24% fall. So after a 24% fall in CNX IT index, you are seeing a one-day kind of a pullback, and this cannot be regarded as a bounce or a reversal of a trend. So for me, this is just a dead cat bounce. So in fact, I will use any opportunity in IT, any rise whatsoever you get, exit your IT holdings if you have in your portfolio, and let there be some clarity which can emerge. Let us see 1 or 2 quarter results to come out of these IT companies. Let us see who are all adopting to, let us say, those AI changes. Until then, I will definitely avoid IT, and for very short term, wait for another 1 or 2 day kind of a pullback, or wherever this rally or a dead cat bounce what you are seeing ends, that will be a place to short, in fact, IT. So a 24% fall on a single line, and then a today's bounce like 2.5-3% move from the bottom cannot negate the entire down move. And more important, even see last half an hour, there was enough profit booking and even some amount of selling which I could see in IT. So even a day or two kind of a pullback if you get, and any reversal whatsoever or tiredness in this up move, I will definitely use it as an opportunity to short IT stock. I will not regard this as anything other than a dead cat bounce.
Rudra, you could not have been more clear in terms of your stance when it comes to IT. It's a refreshing take, I must say, because everybody else that we've spoken to in the run-up to today in the last 2-3 days has said that this is a good opportunity to buy. So, very refreshing take coming there. Thanks for that.
Actually, I don't know whether that's refreshing or that's a big contra. Either way.
It's a contra for sure, but refreshing to see on the screen because of the kind of positive momentum that we've been seeing in IT, and everyone saying that this could be the turnaround point that you need to be watching out for. Shorting IT is a call that we haven't heard indefinitely in the last 2 days from anybody who's come on the channel. So Rudra, interesting take over there. Before we let you go, talk to us about what your stock picks are at this hour. What's looking good?
Sneha, just to add a point,
Sure.
might be, yes, fundamentally, if you see IT for medium to long term, valuation comfort has been seen after a 25% kind of a fall in the index itself. And again, the CLSA report says whenever you have Brent crude going above $100 per barrel, the first sector which will benefit post the war and once this Brent crude moves beyond 100 is IT. But however, for a medium to longer time frame or a portfolio which you want to construct for 3 to 5 year kind of a time frame, yes, IT might look very mouth-watering in terms of valuation, but for a short-term trade, after a 25% fall in index, a 2-3% kind of a rise cannot be regarded as a reversal of trend. So for me, when it comes to stock call, JSW Energy is one strong stock. Irrespective of market, this stock is clearly seeing signs of accumulation. It is staying way above 495, which has been a very strong support now, which was earlier a resistance. So for me, JSW Energy at current market price is a buy. Buy it on every dips to levels closer to 500. Look at initial target of 535 and then 560 to come. Keep a stop loss of 490, a very good risk reward trade on the long side. I'm taking another short trade that is on Hindustan Zinc. Critical supports on Hindustan Zinc has already been broken and stock is decisively trading now below 555. And for me, silver chart is definitely looking weak now for very short term, keeping in mind the dollar index which has been strengthening. And we should not forget the FOMC meet which is there today, and rates are expected to be status quo is what I feel. And after all this war and Brent crude above $100 per barrel for a sustained period, this tells to me, yes, we can see furthermore downside in Hindustan Zinc and no more rate cuts expected from FOMC. So Zinc for me is a short trade. Silver is also looking weak to me for short term. So look at targets of 485 to come on Hindustan Zinc and keep a stop loss of 555. So a buy on JSW Energy and a sell on Hindustan Zinc.
Okay, all right. Rudra, we'll pause there. Sajid